Hey, welcome back everyone. This is going to be a follow-up video to the Offgrid air conditioner. I'm going to answer a lot of the questions I got and show you what I found since this has been running for the past couple months. If you watched the last video, you'll see where I buried a 6-inch pipe 100 foot in the ground outside. Goes out there, comes back in here. It's got an exhaust fan that pushes the air through the tube in the ground. I buried it like 7-8 foot in the ground. Biggest question I get is, does it work? Yes and no. My cabin is 12 by 24, it's 2-story, and I only cool the downstairs in the summertime. This is a 6-inch pipe, so all this ended up doing is just maintaining the temperature that's in here. Meaning, if I turn it on in the morning time when it's like 73 degrees, it'll keep it 73 degrees in here all day long. But if you come up here and it's already 95 degrees outside and it's 90 degrees in your cabin, this really doesn't cool it down. All it will do is maintain it. If I had anything, and the reason I went with the 6-inch pipe is because that was the biggest I could get that's in a continuous loop. Everything else comes in 20-foot sticks once you go 8-inch or 10-inch. So I went with the 6-inch just so I could get everything buried in one continuous loop. I do plan on doing this again, but now that I've done this, I know the things I would do different. So I'm going to build a hobbit house over here, but it's going to be an above ground cabin, and then I will bury it, and I will actually do this in the mound that's around the cabin. But I think next time I would go with 8 or 10-inch to give you more of a heat exchanger inside the earth. I think that was one of the biggest downfalls with this, is since the pipe was only 6 inches, I don't think it could really take out the heat the way I wanted it to. Now I can see why the houses excuse me. Now I can see why the houses in New Mexico went with the 10-inch. I think if on the next one, when I do the 8 or the 10-inch, I think I would get better heat exchanger from the earth, and it would work a lot better. Maybe upsize the exhaust fan just a little bit, but as far as the amps that it uses, I mean, it does great on that. A lot of people have commented that you're going to get mildew from this. I guess if you literally closed up your cabin, never opened up any windows or anything, or just left it stagnant all the time, I guess I could see where you would finally get mildew growth. Over the months that this has run, no, I didn't get any kind of mildew growth, anything. There's no bad smell that comes out of it. It actually smells pretty clean. So I never had any issues with any of that. The power consumption. Of course, this little exhaust fan only draws 1/10 of an amp. And of course, even if I went up to an 8 or a 10 when I do the next one with a bigger pipe, I still think you can keep your amps down below 1 amp. So off-grid living, that would really help you as far as saving power. I think the other thing that I will do different on the next one, because this one goes out and then drops down and goes underground and comes back up out. Of course, the next one, everything, this will, if we're in the next cabin I'm going to build, this would all be dirt on the outside of this. So I would actually be shooting straight in the dirt as opposed to picking up any heat from the amount of pipe from where it goes out before it enters the earth. So if you're wanting to try this, it is a good idea. Like I said, I tried a bunch of different things with it. I let the cabin get hot during the day to see if it would cool it. And it's not good at doing that. All it's really good is if you turn it on in the morning, it will maintain throughout the day and stays comfortable. But like I said, my cabin's 12 by 24. The next one I'm going to build over here is actually going to be a little bit bigger, so I'm probably going to end up going with the 10-inch. But keep in mind, the 6-inch is the only pipe that you can get in a 100-foot run. Everything else comes in 20-foot sticks, and the prices get pretty ridiculous, especially the way the economy is going now. Everything is going through the roof. So if you decide to go with the 8 or the 10-inch, be ready to pay a lot of money. But I think in the long run, it would work out a whole lot better. So I hope that answers a lot of the questions that I got. If you're wanting to do this, I hope this video and the one prior to this gives you a lot of things that you can take off of and try it for yourself. But I had a lady comment, about wanting to do this on a greenhouse or something like that. I think that would work great, especially if you take the intake down at the bottom and then bury it, run it, bring it back up, maybe a little higher up. I think that would work really good on a greenhouse. But if you live in a tiny house, off-grid, I would really give this a try. Like I said, I'm going to do it again on the next one, and I think it's going to work just fine. Like I said, I wish I would have went with a bigger pipe, but seeing how I couldn't find anything on the internet with the closed loop, it was pretty much trial and error. So, hey, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope this helps. Y'all have a blessed day.